Welcome back to my channel, Aisha Shay Reads, and in today's video we're going to do a weekly reading vlog, basically just seeing how much I realistically read over like a week span of time. So I didn't want to do like a specific like themed reading. I can't even talk today. I didn't want to do a specific like reading vlog. I kind of just want to read whatever because literally I was like, oh yeah, I'll get through my TBR. No, because I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm so bad at mood reading. And then I'll get new books and I'll be like, I could read that one. Oh, I could read that one. Maybe I just should finish the ones I've already started. That might be helpful. But I am a little more than halfway through with Heaven's Official Blessing. I am really loving this one. It's definitely like a really cool story. It's about like this prince who like ascends to like godhood or whatever, and he falls and he ascends 2 other times, and this is his 3rd time. And basically he was sent down to like Earth to earn merit points so he could pay back some damage he did in like to some other gods. And we meet like a cast of characters and they've gone on like a couple like adventures kind of so far. It's basically just like the kind of basics of it because there's a lot going into this because it's a manhwa, and so there's like a lot. I won't say the characters' names, none of that, because I will literally butcher them. I can't say normal things. So like their names are really hard, but I'm loving this so far. It's really good. It's kept me entertained, but it's also one of those books where it's like, because there is so many like different names, I need it to like be quiet or like not a ton going on around. So it's taken me longer to read this one than I would have liked. So I want to read this one, but I also want something to like break up reading that. Like I just want something different too. And I don't know what I want to read. I have to like, I'll show you what I've like already started. It's great. You're currently sitting on it, by the way. So this is what's left of my monthly TBR besides Heaven's Official Blessing. I started this one, which I'm listening to on audiobook. I started this one last month, so I haven't even touched these ones. So I did read my 2 mangas, so if I read this one, I can at least get 3 books off, and I'll have Heaven's Official Blessing done, so that'll be 4. But then I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 books left. And the problem with that is I don't feel like picking up any of those right now. Not a single one of them. I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm going to try and read more of Heaven's Official Blessing today because I do like that one. Maybe I can get that one finished and then decide what I want to read next. But I don't think it's going to be any of the ones that I have right there. I don't know why I make TBRs because I don't stick to them. I'm such a mood reader. It's so bad. And then I got some new ones. I got some new books that I also want to start. So one is from an author I want to give a second chance to because I tried reading Magnolia Parks and I just didn't like the characters. I didn't like the characters in that one. So I got The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. This is like her new fiction book. And this cover, you can't tell me that that's not gorgeous. And she has like the A, like the scarlet letter A and stuff on it. And then the back, this is gorgeous. So I'm going to try and read this and see if I like this better than Magnolia Park, seeing if maybe it was just like a character thing that I didn't like with that, or maybe it's just like the writing and like the subject matter that she like writes about. So maybe we'll try reading this one. I don't know. And then the other one I got, which I really want to read, is Phantom by H.D. Carlton. Guys, look how hot Gigi is on there. This is the grandma from Haunting Adeline. Like, you get her journal entries throughout Haunting Adeline, and this is her story with her stalker, and I'm excited for this. It takes place in the 1940s, and I believe he's a gangster, and it's taking place in the same house that Adeline basically took over. So I kind of want to read this one. This one's not too long. Let's see. It's 340 pages. So this is a good option. I haven't read a dark romance in a minute. in a minute, and I love H.D. Carlton, and like I just need to know their story. Like I need to know. And gangsters in the 1940s, sign me up. But this artwork, are you kidding? She's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. So yeah, I think those are the two options I'm leaning towards reading. I also have the arc for Enigma by Runex on my Kindle, and I kind of want to read that too because it comes out next month. So I'm thinking I kind of want to start that so I can have it read before it comes out and like do my review and stuff. And that one sounds really good. I saw some artwork she put on Instagram the other day. It was basically of our female main character, and like it's from like behind like her head and stuff, and his hands are like in her hair, and he has like tattoos and stuff on his. I was like, okay, now I need to read that. So I'm torn on what I want to read, and I kind of hate it. I kind of just wish I could read everything at once. And I think that's why I start so many books and just jump back and forth between a lot of books. I feel like I'm always reading multiple books at a time because like for half the day I'll be in the mood for one, and then half the day I'll be in the mood for another one. So we're going to see how this week works out, and we'll see how like much I actually read in like a week span of time, and see if it's better or worse than like normal for like me as I'm dying. Oh my gosh. The air quality in Utah, I don't know what's going on, but it's freaking terrible. I feel like I'm miserable like 24/7. I take an allergy pills and like the nasal spray and nothing is working. Oh, this is miserable. But yeah, I'll leave you guys at that because I'm just going to go hide now because I'm still dying. I need a drink of water. So I'll get back to you once I decide what I'm actually going to be reading. I also have another dilemma. I also have an art copy of We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad, and I really want to read this, but I also want to reread Bunny before I read that. It's not very long, and I annotated it the first time, but I'm thinking about adding more annotations. But I also want to like reread this soon. I still haven't decided what I'm going to read. I think it's between Enigma and Phantom by H.D. Carlton. But also now I just threw Bunny in the mix. So my life is literally, this is chaos. The life of a mood reader is literally the most stressful thing in the world. Because I want to read, but just what am I going to read? Okay, I actually can't decide between these three. I read like the first chapter of each, and they all sound good in their own ways. So we're just going to let the wheel choose. Because I don't want this responsibility. Conditions of will it is. Hopefully you can't hear too much of like the road noise because I'm having my window open. Because it's been hot and I just needed some fresh air, even though it's hot outside. I can't win. But I read a little bit of the Conditions of Will last night. I didn't get very far. I only got like 40 pages in, but I was annotating stuff because some of the quotes in it are really good so far. And I think I do like her writing. I think I just hated the characters in Magnolia Parks. So I'm hoping I like this one way more. Because I DNF Magnolia Parks because I just couldn't do it. Like everyone loves like their relationship and their drama and stuff. And I was like, no. But this I'm liking so far. And like she just went back to South Carolina to see her family after her father's death. So, and that's not a spoiler than the synopsis, but she just got there. So we're meeting like the whole cast of characters. It's pretty interesting. And then I didn't read any more of Heaven's Official Blessing. I don't know. I was tired and I had to work at 9 this morning, which I normally don't work until like night. So it was weird having to like wake up early. So I'm going to plan on reading some of those tonight and see how far I can get on them. I kind of want to finish Heaven's Official Blessing. That way it's off of my TBR and I have it like fully done, and I'm loving it. So we'll see what I actually do read tonight. I did finish Heaven's Epistle of Blessing. I really like this. We're like just getting into the story and like the characters and stuff. Like they went on like another mission, and you kind of find out like who people are and all of that stuff. There's so much going on in this. It's crazy. So I'm enjoying it. We It has been a few days since I finished it, so I'm still kind of like processing like all my thoughts on it and like the storyline and everything. I did give it a 4-star. It was just like a fun, good time, and I'm liking the characters like relationship, like the two main characters we're going to see throughout like the whole series. I'm enjoying like getting to know them, and it kind of ends where like one of our main characters just leaves and disappears, and you don't know where he went. He didn't say goodbye, anything like that. Um, we like solve some sort of like mysteries and stuff, so it's just really fun. I love Brown Maid just because it's just like a fun, good time. Not all of it. A lot of it can be dark, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But I think this is just going to be a really fun series to get into. I don't have like a whole lot else to say because I don't want to like spoil anything for anyone, but I did give this one a 4-star. I am happy to continue on with this series. I have the next two. I'm not going to start them yet, but I definitely want to get to them sooner rather than later. And I have like the special editions like this one for it. The sun is super bright. But yeah, I have the special editions like this. And then the other special editions aren't out yet. And so I'm like, do I want to wait? Do I want to have 2 copies and get the paperback so I can read them? I don't know what I'm doing yet. But yeah, I finished this one, gave it a 4-star. I am in the middle of like 3 other books. Let me grab the other one that I'm in the middle of. So as you know, I'm in the middle of The Conditions of Will. I still haven't read a lot. I've been reading like a couple chapters here and there because I'm like in the storyline, but it's also like more like basic, like everyday life kind of situations thing. Well, not everyday life, but it's more of like in our world, you know, and I kind of want something that's fantasy or not having anything to do with us because that's not fun. I want like ghosts and adventure and stuff that could never happen in real life. So I've just been reading this one solely. I am liking it. I like her writing in this one. I'm liking the characters. So that's one of the ones I'm in the middle of. I am 100 pages into Indigo Ridge by Devin Perry. This one is like a suspense romance. So our main female character is a cop and she moves to this small town where her family, her grandpa lives, and she becomes the sheriff. And so they find this dead body on this really prominent family's land, and they tell her, oh yeah, kids tend to commit the S word on these rocks and like jump off, and she's not convinced that it's suicide. So like she's digging into that, and then Griffin she meets at the very beginning, and she just thinks he's a guy that's passing through, so they end up having like a fling, but then she realizes he lives in town and she didn't want to do that, and he thought she was a visitor and he didn't want to take anyone in town. So that's kind of what this one is going at the moment. And then I did start another Tommy, and this one is the Husky and the White Cat. Shih Tzu. Don't quote me on names, but that's just what we're going with. This one, basically, our main male character, the Moran, I don't know how to say it, but he basically is like a tyrant. He's like the first ever like emperor, and basically when he dies, he wakes up in his former self's body, and he always had it out for like his sensei, like his teacher and everything. So he goes back and he's kind of doing things differently this time. And like he lost someone he loved back then. And so he wants to try and save him as well. And this is basically about them getting to know each other. And basically we're just following him through his like younger life. And I'm liking it so far. They're like demon cultivators and stuff like that. So they just went on like a mission and it was so good. Like there was like ghost marriage and stuff like that, but like other things were like happening. This family, multiple of their kids died, and so they were going out to figure out this mystery, and like they get put in like an awkward situation. So even though like our main character is in love with someone and he has always been, I think he's gonna fall in love with his teacher. So we love that. And I am like 220 pages into this. I'm almost halfway in and I'm loving it. So I don't know what I'm going to pick up and start reading today. I think it's either going to be Indigo Ridge by Devin Perry or The Husky and the White Cat. It's one of these. I kind of want to read this one because I want to finish it, and I think I could finish it pretty fast and then continue reading this one, but we'll kind of see. I just want to get this one done so I have less on my currently reading TBR, and this is easier to follow than this one because there's a lot more going on in this. So maybe I'll finish this really quick and then read more of this, but I guess we'll just have to find out depending on what my mood is, because like I'll literally sit down and start reading and then switch to something else. As you can tell, I'm in the middle of at least 3 books, so who knows what my mood will be like. But I plan on just reading the rest of the day. I did some cleaning, some packing, all that kind of stuff earlier, so I just want to relax the rest of the day. This book is fine, but I feel like it's not scratching the itch for reading that I want. I feel like it's taking me all day to read 50 pages. And it's fine. Like, it's not a bad book, but it's also not like keeping me engaged. Like, I really just don't even care at this moment. And I feel like I shouldn't read it if I'm not like engaged with it, because I feel like I'll probably give this higher stars if I am. Like, the mystery aspect's okay, but we haven't gotten much of it. So I just like want to know what happens with that. But other than that, like, I don't really care like about the relationship or anything. Like, it's good, but like I don't. There's 320 something pages and I'm on like 170. I don't know. I mean, I could finish it right now, but I feel like I'll give it a low rating if I keep reading it. So I think I might go back to my Danmei and just read The Husky and this White Cat, because I was flying through the book last night and I want to know what happens next in that. And I think it'll keep my attention more than that romance. So we're going to do that instead and see how I feel. Hopefully I can finish that one. I want to get pretty far in at least tonight. Last night, I ended up picking up 2 mangas instead of reading everything else I was in the middle of. I did get farther into The Husky and the White Cat, which is good. So I'm more than halfway through with this one now. So I did get some of the stuff that I was reading done, but I just felt in like a manga mood. So I read manga yesterday instead. The first one I read was 100 Ghost Stories That Will Lead to Your Own Death, Volume 2. This is basically about this little boy who like tells you these just like scary stories every night. And what one did he start with? It looks like he started with 10, and then he reads gives us five, like 6 or 7, depending on like the volume. But also like you just see like clips of him like in his room, like at the ends and stuff and at the beginnings. And like something else is like going on with like his life and like weird things are like happening and you see like little bits of that in between his stories. So not only do you get like the scary stories he tells, but you also get like this backstory on him. And I just want to know what's going on with him. Like, I cannot wait till the next volume. This is like slowly coming out because like this one was just released. So I have to wait and I hate waiting. But I'm liking the story so far. I like the small, like little horrors. Like it's kind of like what Junji Ito does, but like shorter. And then like an overall arching plot between all of them. Really good. If you like horror, maybe check this out because it's really fun. Just know it's not finished yet. Thankfully, with this one, it's like easy to read and like you won't have to remember a whole lot of things. Like if you have to wait like a couple months in between volumes. So that's a plus about this one. The second one I picked up was The Contract with the Apothecary Monster. This one is it's part of a love genre. So they do like boys love and all of that kind of stuff. This one isn't a BL though, but you get our two characters. Like our main character, she's from like the human world and then she gets sent into like this other like world dimension and she's basically like a song bearer. And basically song bearers there, like they basically like sing and like a monster like comes to them and they basically like use their life force to help like the monster out and like they're basically tied together after that. And so she goes into this world and she's a song bearer and she calls her own monster. And so we're kind of getting like the main part of that. She's living at like this estate with like royal family or something and she becomes betrothed. I don't know. It was a little confusing for the first volume, but we learn like a lot of like different stuff. So I'm hoping like the more it goes on, the more I better understand it. But like the contract with like her monster, I think her monster, his name is Dino, and I think like he is in love with her, but she also wants to set him up with her betrothed. He's like, I think he's the prince. So she wants to set Dino and the prince up. So we'll see how that goes. Look, dogs. Hi, Mando. Blitzers. What are you doing? So yeah, I finished both of those. I did give 1,000 Ghost Stories 4-star, and then I gave this one 3.5-star. So I really liked both of those. I'm gonna continue reading The Husky and the White Cat tonight and see how far I can get and update you guys like tomorrow once I've read a little bit more. I'm hoping to finish this one in this vlog. I started it last Thursday. It's now Tuesday, so I want to end it Thursday and get it up by Friday. So hopefully I'll have this one finished. I don't know. I might read another manga. I have The Cat-Eyed Boy, and then I have Madoka Magica Rebellion, like the movie one that I want to read too. But this is Cat-Eyed Boy. It's another horror one, which is really good. So I guess we'll see what I'm in the mood for, and I'll give you an update on what I've read in the morning. I haven't updated in a few days just because I've been working. I took today off, which is Saturday, so I work like Tuesday through Friday. So it's been like hard to vlog, but I did get some more reading done. So I read 3 mangas and then I finished my Danmei. So we'll go over the manga that I read first because no matter what I do, I just pick up more manga because I just need to read manga because it's easier, it's faster, it keeps me like entertained, and I'm sucked into like a Danmei phase right now. So the next videos, honestly, I'll probably just be reading Danmei. So hopefully you guys like that. It's really good if you haven't tried it. It's so good. But we'll get on with the manga that I read. So the first one that I finished, hopefully you can't hear the cars. I have my window open again. The first one I read was The Limited Zone 2 by Junji Ito. This one's really good. It's just a collection of short stories. I love his horror, like his imagery, everything, like the cover, like the automaton like type thing on here. It's basically about perpetual motion. And that one, some of the imagery in that was creepy, super creepy. Like I was like, ew, I hate this, but I also loved it at the same time. So of course I gave this one 5 stars because pretty much, I don't think I've rated anything super low from Junji Ito. It's normally a 4 or 5 star, and it's the same thing about this one. It was really short. I just love everything he does. The king of horror manga for me. It's just perfect. You love horror, try horror manga. Junji Ito. It's what got me into like my manga. So I read this one, 5 stars. And then I started this series. It's The Summer Hikaru Died, and I read volumes 1 and 2. They are making a show for this, and I want to watch it. So I want to read all of these before then. It's basically about this kid who goes missing in the woods, and he comes back, and he's not Hikaru anymore. So his friend has to figure that out. So this is basically their journey together, and he's some kind of like monster that was like on the mountain. So I've read the first 2 volumes so far. I'm loving them. I gave them each 5 stars. They are pretty short. I have volume 3, so I'm going to read that here soon. And these are just like another like fun like horror thing. Like there's some like horror imagery in this that's really cool. So I'm excited to read this whole series and then watch the show because it looks so good. And I think we finally have a date. Hopefully, I don't remember if we have a date or not. But I'm excited to read these and then watch the show after. But another like fun horror manga. And I love the art style of this. Like, and he's kind of like creepy to begin with, like Hikaru. And then this is our other main character. So we'll see how that goes. Like this picture on the back, he creeps me out with this little like crab. So yeah, I'm excited to see where this manga goes. I'll keep you guys updated on when I read like the next couple volumes. But yeah, I finished both of these and I gave them both 4 star. And then the last book I did finish in this vlog was The Husky and His White Cat Shinzu. I think that's what it is. Moran and Chuwanning. I don't, those names are probably not how you say it, but those two, they're unrequited, like, they both have feelings for each other and neither of them want to admit it and neither of them are going to do anything about it. So you get that, like, tension and stuff between them. And then you get, like, the action of them being, like, these cultivators and doing all of this stuff and, like, going to help out these people in town and the mystery that unfolds with that. And then they go to this lake to get their ancestral sword. It's not like ancestral. What is it? They're basically magical like weapons or whatever. And like this whole thing happens there. And this one ended on like a cliffhanger. And I finished at like 3 a.m. and I was so mad because I was like, seriously, you're going to end on a cliffhanger? It's 3 a.m. and I have to work tomorrow. So right now I'm obsessed with this. I want artwork. I want merch. I just want everything for this. So I did start the second one, which I'll probably have in like my next vlog. But this one was 5 stars. Like, this is what I wanted from a book. I wanted to be obsessed with characters, the plot, everything. This is what I wanted, and I got it. So I'm going to continue reading this series. I think there's 8 volumes out right now. So I'm going to try and like read those here over the next little bit. But I love this. It's so good. I think it's my new obsession. It's just, if you haven't tried Danmae, try it. This is your sign to try it because I love it. There's so many to choose from. You can pick all kinds of like different things, but so far I'm loving this. I think it's been my favorite that I've read so far. And I just can't wait to continue on with it. So that's going to be the end of this vlog because I do need to start a new one and get this one posted today. But I had a fun time just like reading whatever I wanted, seeing how much I could read in like a week. Even though this week was kind of crazy for me. But yeah, I'm happy with like what I like accomplished and what I did get done. Down below, I have my Instagram. I have my Goodreads. I have my Fable. Fable is my favorite reading app. There's so many fun things you can do on there. Maybe I'll talk about it in like an upcoming video or whatever. But go follow me on Fable and Goodreads. Fable's my favorite. You can update like your books. It shows like you're tracking how many like books you've read every month. It shows your pages, all of this fun stuff. And like there's quotes and reviews on books and people can post pictures. People post pictures of like their reading buddies, like their pets and everything. And I love it. it's just more fun and interactive than like Goodreads. So go follow me on all of those. We can chat about books. But that's going to be everything for this video. Please also like, comment, and subscribe. It'll help out my channel. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading.